up? Check this out. I just demolished that thing right there. And I also ate a loaf of bread, an avocado, an apple, some ghee. Not a loaf of bread, like half a loaf of bread. But still, that's a lot of food. And I ate that in a span of maybe like an hour or two. That's far too much food. Far too much food too quickly. And I really wanted to stop at a certain point, but I didn't feel the sensation to stop. And then I realized that it wasn't a physical sensation to stop that I was looking for. It was this emotional sensation to stop. And now let's dive into this a little bit. So I like to eat in the dark when I can. Boom, like this. It's just easier for me to isolate certain parts of my experience. I can isolate the taste a lot more. Do I actually enjoy the taste of what I'm eating? Because a lot of times a memory or situations are playing out in the back of your head when you eat food. And this is going on to help you either have an emotional expression to the food, an emotional expression, an emotional connection to the food. So if you're feeling sad, it helps you make you feel better. That's why we have our comfort foods. And then certain times food is just there as a way for you to release emotional stress. It's a medium for you to release emotional tension. That's why hangry, that's a thing. And so, yesterday, I had some situations, experiences that made me a little bit uncomfortable happen. I wasn't really a fan of it socially. And I didn't fully express how uncomfortable I was in that situation socially, which isn't good, because I should always be in a situation where I can fully express myself no matter what. And so I came home and I had some grapefruit. I was gonna grapefruit shower, call it good. I became physically full after half the grapefruit. Emotionally, I was not full at all. And so here's what I did. So imagine this is half the grapefruit right here, right? So I cut it into fourths, just cut down the middle, and cut that in the middle, and then I'd put that in my mouth. And I did it in the dark. Next thing I know, I was just chewing on the pulp, I was just going to freaking town at it. I was like, what the heck? And I noticed that the majority of my awareness was actually on the situations that happened in that get-together that just made me uncomfortable. And it was like while I was living in those situations, by physically chewing, I was helping myself release that tension that was still inside of me. It's kind of like when you want to say something to someone and you notice your throat tighten up a little bit, and it's like, oh, you just don't have the ability to talk. And then maybe you might go lay down in your bed later and let the situation play out. It's like the grapefruit was there for me to fully play out the situation and release all the emotions that I ended up storing apparently within my jaw. And it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't fun. And I'm in a stressful situation right now. My debit card got compromised, and so I'm surviving off cash right now. And I waited 10 days and my debit card still hasn't come, so I'm probably gonna have to wait a lot longer. And I'm running low on money. So I had to ask my mom for some help today. First time in 3 years I have to ask for money, man. Feels weird. Love you, mama. But there's just so much emotional tension, and then all these other things that I want to get done. And I just couldn't find a medium that suited me today to get that out. The day was too late for me to run. I had things to do. That was my excuse. I definitely could have ran. But I just did it through food. And what ended up happening was this emotional stress just kept coming, and it wouldn't be satisfied until I had that physical stress to accompany it. And I reached that physical stress by overeating, by creating all this pressure with the food pushing up against my stomach, and then making my small and large intestine do their thing much more than they would have had to had I just relaxed. Deep breaths. deep conscious breaths go very, 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 very long way. A lot farther than unconscious eating, because unconscious eating will never lead to a feeling of conscious fullness. It'll lead to an unconscious feeling of fullness, but you'll miss that, and you'll keep going until you have a conscious feeling of, oh my God, I'm too full. Anyway, don't overeat, and make sure that when you do eat, it's not to emotionally release. Eating should be an experience. Eating should be when it is necessary. Alright, my name is JC. Peace.